Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner at the hotel seeking advice of Dick Huddleston. Listen.
Well, Dick, it looks like I'm always calling you over here to get your advice on something.
Oh, that's all right, Abner.
I just don't know what I would do if I never had you to sort of lean again in time of trouble this way.
Well, you know, I'm always glad to help you any way I can, Abner. What's the trouble?
Well, it's about Lum.
About Lum?
Yes, sir. Just to be honest, I'm uneasy about him, Dick. I'm just afraid he's going to get himself into a batch of trouble.
Well, how's that, Abner? What you been doing?
Well, he's meddling with the law, for one thing.
What?
This morning, him and Trixie went bicycle riding, and while they was gone, that detective, Mr. Wilson, come down here and got me to take the pass key and let him in Trixie's room so he could search it while she was gone.
Uh-huh.
So when Lum got back, I told him about it, and blamed if he didn't go right straight and tell that Trixie what the detective done.
Well, I'll declare. Well, that's aiding and abetting a criminal. Lum wouldn't know better than that.
Well, he does know better. He's just so in love with that Trixie, he'd do anything for her. That's why I'm so worried about him. He'll do anything she says. Why, she's just liable to get him roped right in with that band of jewel thieves is not.
Yeah, she's dangerous, all right, Abner.
I'm afraid she'll talk him into joining up with them, and then when that detective does round them up, why, there'll be old Lum right in the middle of them.
Yeah, I guess they want him in the gang for protection.
Well, that detective can't do nothing, and Lum running and telling him every time he makes a move.
Why, of course not. Somebody ought to talk to Lum, bring him to his senses. He just probably doesn't realize what he's doing.
I talked to him, tried to. Don't do him mighty good. He still says he don't believe Trixie's a member of that gang.
Why, she's been seen with the leader of the gang time and again, at Professor Collingmore.
Why, of course she has. They went to the county seat in Cedric's car the other day, but that Lum still won't believe it.
Well, you know the old saying, Abner. Love is blind.
Well, it's working on Lum, all right. He's blind and he's both.
Yeah, you know, I kind of feel sorry for Miss Emmeline.
Miss Emmeline?
Yeah, I thought maybe Lum and her might get married one of these days, but since Trixie come along...
Wait a minute. There comes Lum now. This would be a good time for you to talk to him.
Good time for me to talk to him?
Yeah, he'll listen to you. No, it's just like I say, Dick. We don't get a rainfall long, these crops around here are going to burn up sure as the world.
What? Oh, yes, we do need a good rain, Abner. We sure do.
Howdy, Dick. Howdy.
Oh, well, howdy, Lum. How are you?
Oh, fine. I never knowed you was down here.
Well, I just ran over to see how you and Abner's come along with the hotel.
Oh, well, everything's running fine, I reckon.
Well, good.
One thing about it, the guests must like the way I'm managing it. They're all staying.
Yeah, they all got reasons for staying, too.
Lum, sit down. I want to talk to you a little.
Yeah, sure. What is it, Dick? What can I do for you?
Well, it's about these guests you've got stopping here, Lum. Now, you know as well as anybody else that there's some very dangerous characters here in this hotel.
Yeah, there.
That detective took you and Abner into his confidence and told you that you had a band of jewel thieves here in the hotel. He wanted you to help him catch them, recover the stuff they've stolen.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, now, you're just working against him, Lum. He can't do anything if you're going to run and tip them off every time he makes a move around here.
Who told you I done that?
Well, I told him. Told him about you telling Trixie about Mr. Wilson searching her room while you and her was out bicycle riding.
Oh, that. Well, Trixie ain't part of no gang of jewel thieves.
See there?
She's a nice, sweet girl. And he never had no business going in her room that way, neither.
Well, now, listen, Lum, I know you're crazy about Trixie and all that. You'd hate for anybody to accuse her of being a part of that gang. But she is, Lum, and you might as well make your mind up to it.
Why, of course she is. She's been saw talking to the two old maids and the midget, Mame and Duke. We know they're a part of the gang. And now, since she's come right out in the open and started going around Professor Cauliflower, well, ain't
Collingmore.
Well, whatever his name is, he's the main ringleader of the outfit. There ain't no doubts about it, Lum.
I don't care what you say. I'm in love with Trixie, and I don't care who knows it.
Yeah.
I'll shout it from the housetops, treetops, any kind of tops.
All right. You want to get yourself mixed up with a batch of criminals, why, you're going at it the right way. Me and Dick's just trying to help you, just show you where
Well, I don't need nobody to tell me who my friends ought to be. I'm a full-grown man, and I know my own mind. If you fellas spend as much time with your own business as you do meddling with others, you get along a heap better, too.
Well, I told you. He won't listen to reason.
Well, sure, I never saw Lum before when you couldn't sit down and reason with him.
And you never saw him so much in love before, neither. He's so far gone now, he just sits around looking moon-eyed. That's about the last stages.
Say, Abner, what is this fellow Wilson, this detective, what's he found out since he's been here?
Well, he ain't said, Dick, but he's been doing a terrible lot of investigating. Fact is, he dressed me up the other day in a disguise, had me helping him.
Yeah, I know. I was over here when we caught you that outfit on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, he knows that there's a bunch he's looking for, all right, don't he?
Oh, yeah, sure. He trailed them down here. See, what he's waiting on now is to catch them with the jewels. That's what he's been trying to locate.
Well, I was just thinking, Abner, if he'd close in on them now, why, the whole thing would be over before Trixie could get Lum mixed up in this thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You suppose that detective's in his room now?
I don't know. I can call his room and find out for you.
Yeah, do that, Abner. Ask him to come down here. Maybe we can talk him into rushing this thing through. Tell him to come right on down if he can. I've got to get back over to the store.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Wilson? This here is Mr. Peabody. Abner. Yes, sir. Say, can you come downstairs right quick? Oh, nobody, just Dick Huddleston. Oh, he's a friend of mine. He wants to help us find the jewels. All right, sir. All right. Said he'd be right down.
Good.
I forgot that he told us not to tell nobody about him being a detective. He was a little skittish there at first.
Well, of course, these detectives don't like for everybody to know their business, Abner. Wonder if any of the gang has ever suspicioned that he's a detective.
Oh, I reckon not. Or less than Lum's told Trixie. Them three are from Chicago, you know, that they stay there in their room all the time. They tried to get me to tell him who he was. I wouldn't do it. I told him I thought he was a traveling drummer.
Well, I'd rather see him find out who he is and then to get Lum mixed up in this thing. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, no, I don't want to see that. He's going to give me and Lum for the reward. Wait a minute, here he comes.
Oh, that's the first time I've seen him.
Yeah, he stays in pretty close. Well, howdy, Mr. Wilson.
Oh, hello, Mr. Peabody. What's the matter? Have you got some new dope?
No, we just want to talk to you a minute. Shake hands with Mr. Huddleston. He's a friend of mine. He knows all about who you are, and he's going to help us.
Oh, I see. Well, how do you do, Mr. Huddleston?
Mr. Wilson?
We'll need all the help we can get. We're dealing with some very dangerous characters here.
Yes, are you positive that this is a bunch you're looking for, Mr. Wilson?
Oh, yes. Now, the only reason I haven't closed in on them is that I've got to have some evidence. Nearly all of them are wanted on some charge or another, but this last job they pulled was in Philadelphia.
Oh.
And if I can catch them with certain famous jewels, there's a double reward in it.
Well, just to come right out flat-footed, Mr. Wilson, the reason we're in such a hurry, see, we're just sort of feared that Mr. Eddard, that's my partner here in the hotel, is so much in love with that Trixie Van Dusen that she might get him mixed up with a gang somewhere or other and get him into a batch of trouble.
Uh-huh. Well, now, while I haven't mentioned it to you, Mr. Peabody, I've suspected for several days that Mr. Edwards was connected with him.
No?
Yes. In fact, when I came downstairs just now, I saw him just entering the room of the leader of the gang.
You mean Professor Collingmore's room?
Yes. I felt all along like somebody was tipping them off.
Oh, well, must not be Lum. He just hates that professor. He wouldn't have nothing to do with him at all.
No, and Lum wouldn't do anything wrong. He's always been one of the most upright citizens here in Pine Ridge.
No, it's that Trixie that's causing all the trouble.
Now, maybe we could slip up to Professor Collingmore's room and overhear what they're talking about.
Why, sure, that's the thing to do. It must be some other business he's seeing him about, though, if it is Lum.
Well, I just can't believe it's Lum.
But, Mr. Huddleston, in my business, we suspect everybody. It sure looked like Mr. Edwards to me, all right.
Well, I won't leave it till I see him, for he just hates that professor to pieces.
Yes, well, you better be quiet.
Yeah.
If they hear us, they'll stop talking.
Yeah, that's right. This is his door right across here now. Just be right quiet now.
No use looking through the keyhole. The chief's got that plugged up.
Oh. I can hear some talking going on in there, but can't make out who it is. Be quiet, listen. I tell you, wait a minute. Let me open the door just a little right easy. It ain't locked, I know. Yeah. Just a little. Careful, Abner. Careful.
No, Professor Collingmore, I'd love to join up with you on account of Trixie wants me to so bad, but I'd have to have more money than that out of it. It's dangerous business. If you raise that to $500, you can count me in on it.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner and Detective Wilson at the Mountain View Inn talking about Lum. Listen.
Mr. Wilson, to be honest, I never would have believed it if I hadn't heard it with my own ears.
Well, I felt all along like someone was tipping them off. They knew every move I made.
Yeah, I just wish there was some way to stop Lum before he goes too far. Lum's a good man at heart, Mr. Wilson. Always been honest and upright and well thought of here in Pine Ridge.
Well, I believe it'll simplify matters. The only reason they roped him in with them was to get him to dispose of the jewels.
What, huh?
They knew he could go and come as he pleased and nobody would suspect him.
Yeah.
Now, all we've got to do is keep a close check on Lum. That's much easier than trying to watch the whole gang.
Yeah, now, if you was to catch Lum with the jewels, why, you wouldn't try to send him to the penitentiary, would you?
Well, I couldn't do anything else. The minute he attempts to dispose of those jewels, he automatically becomes a part of the gang. And he's just as guilty as if he actually took part in the robbery.
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me answer that dad-blamed butter.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
No, you can't do nothing around here. Which one of these do I press? That ear. I get it every time. This is it right there, please. Office! Mom? I don't know where he's at. No, Mom, he ain't been in here for some time. Well, I know he's supposed to be working too, but he ain't here. Well, I couldn't tell you. All right, I'll tell him. Yes, Mom. I don't know when he'll be back. He never said. He just walked out of here. All right, I'll tell him. All right. Goodbye. Oh, Lum. Just wished he'd listen to reason. It's that Trixie Van Dusen that's the cause of the whole thing. So the way she wraps him around her finger is a caution.
Yeah, well, it's a funny thing. A man's been honest all of his life. Let some woman talk him into doing something he knows is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, she probably has...
Wait a minute. There he comes now. Don't let on to him what we've been talking about.
Wait a minute. Let's hide and see where he goes.
Hide?
Get behind this door.
Oh, he's coming over to the desk.
Quiet.
He's going to the switchboard.
Hello, Professor Collingmore? This is Edwards. Yeah, they're going to have a meeting up in 206. Yeah, right away. Yeah, I'm going up now.
Okay, Chief.
Abner? Abner? Hey, Abner.
Oh, but he walked right out, didn't he? Reckon what he wanted with me.
I don't know. I guess he wants you to stay at the desk while he goes to that meeting.
Oh, that's just about it. Well, I hate to admit it, but there ain't a doubt in my mind now about Lum being a member of that gang.
Oh, no, he's right in with him.
I dogged I'd give anything to keep him from doing it. Wait a minute, here comes Dick Huddleston. He's terrible concerned about the way Lum's carrying on.
Oh, yeah. But I'd be careful who you talk to about this affair. You never can tell who you can depend on.
Yeah, well, Dick's all right. I wouldn't worry about him for a minute. He'll do anything he can to help us. I know he will.
Well, he seems like a nice fellow, but I wouldn't tell him any more than you have to.
Oh?
I think I'll slip upstairs and see if I can hear what that meeting's about. I wouldn't be surprised if something isn't about to break any time now.
But you've still got that pass key that I gave you for that room next door there, next to 206, ain't you?
Oh, yes, 208.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, howdy, Dick.
Oh, hello, Mr. Huddleston.
Well, Mr. Wilson, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. You'll excuse me, I have a little work to do upstairs.
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
But I'm glad you come over, Dick.
Anything new developed, Abner?
Well, I hate to say it, Dick, but there ain't no doubt in my mind now about what Lum's in with that gang of jewel thieves.
What? What's happened?
Well, me and Mr. Wilson just now overheard him talking to that Professor Collinsmore on the phone. And he told the professor that they was going to have a meeting up there in 206. And then he went right on up the stairs there.
Up 206? That's the room where the three fellows from Chicago are staying in, eh?
Yeah, that's it. I just hate to think old Lum sitting up there in a meeting with all them crooks. They just ain't his kind of folks, Dick, and you know it.
No, that's right, Evelyn. Well, it's a shame that he ever allowed himself to get mixed up with an outfit like that.
I know it. That detective, Mr. Wilson, said that he thought they just wanted Lum in with them so that he could dispose of the jewels for him.
Oh, that's just about it.
And he said if he'd catch Lum with the jewels, that he'd have to arrest him just the same as if he was the one that stole them in the first place.
Yeah, well, I don't believe Lum realizes just how serious this thing is.
Oh, no, of course he don't. He's just so in love with that Trixie, he don't even know what he's doing. I believe she sort of got him mesmerized.
Well, you know, love's a funny thing. Wait a minute, here comes Cedric. Be careful what you say around him now.
Yeah, Cedric don't know nothing about all this mix-up that's going on.
Well, it's just as well that he doesn't, Abner. He's pretty bad about carrying tales, you know. He might talk around town here.
Yeah. Did you get the upstairs hall swept out good, Cedric?
Oh, no, Mom, I didn't get done, but Mr. Lum come up there and told me to come down and stay at the desk. Said nobody was here.
Well, he never knowed I was here, but I am. What's he doing up there, Cedric?
Oh, nothing. He was standing around up there by room 206.
He was?
And then when I come down the hall, I seen that detective peeking around the corner there.
Oh.
Never seen so much slipping around and eavesdropping in my life as goes on around this hotel.
Well, did you see anybody go into 206 before Lum got up there?
Oh, yes, Mom. Right now, everybody went in there.
They did?
Them two old maids and Mr. and Miss Smith and that little girl, or little midget, or whatever she is.
My dog is there having a meeting, Dick, just to show the world. And old Lum's right there in the middle of it.
Yeah. Well, that's probably the reason he sent Cedric downstairs, so as he could go into the meeting.
Just about.
So was Mr. Lum going to the meeting, too?
Well, no, Cedric. Dick, we might just as well tell Cedric about this. Maybe he can help us.
Well, it might be all right. Yeah, go ahead. Sure, tell him.
Cedric, can you keep a secret?
Oh, yes, Mom. I reckon so, if I had one.
Well, Lum is about to get himself into a batch of trouble. And me and Dick here want you to help us keep him out of it.
Yeah, you see, Cedric, we found out that there's a gang of jewel thieves stopping here at the hotel. And
yes, well, I know that.
How'd you know it?
Oh, I heard you and Mr. Lum talking about it when I was cleaning up in here the other day.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yes, Mom.
Cedric, you ought to be listening in to any conversation.
I never aimed to hear you, never aimed to listen.
Well, just stop up your ears or something. Don't be listening to everything that's said around the hotel here. Me and Mom can't even talk without you listening all the time.
Blindfold myself. No, that won't do no.
Well, that's
Just
all right,
cutting my
Cedric.
ears.
But, listen, Cedric, this Trixie Van Dusen has got Lum crazy about her now, and she's talked Lum into joining up with that outfit.
Oh, you mean Mr. Lum's going to be a jewel thief, too?
Well, he is if we don't do something to head him off.
Oh, that's again the law, ain't it? Same as stealing.
Why, sure it is.
Safe.
Sure. That's the reason we want to keep him from getting mixed up with them, till he gets sent to the penitentiary.
Cedric, anytime you see Lum talking with Professor Collingmore or any of the rest of that gang, why, you try to get close enough to find out what they're talking about. And then you come and tell me or Abner what you hear.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Cedric, we'll make sort of a detective out of you.
Oh, sure enough. Can I be a detective?
Yeah, you can.
I've always wanted to be one of them.
Don't wear that badge you got.
What kind of disguise can I wear?
You don't have to worry.
Whiskers?
No, Cedric. He can see you. You don't have to slip up on him, but just stay close to him and hear what he's talking about.
I'll trail him every place he goes.
Well, now, don't let on to Lum that we know he's joined up with that gang, for he don't know it. We know it.
Or to have a cap with two bills on it, one in front and one behind.
I don't think that's necessary, Cedric. You just...
Now, magnifying glass. One of them glasses that exaggerates.
No, you just stay around the lobby here or up in the hall there, and you see Lum talking into that gang, we'll try to listen in on him.
Yes.
See, we got to act quick, Cedric. If Lum's caught with the jewels or something like that, well, then it'll be too late.
Oh, yeah, it'll be too late after he's locked up. Too late after he's locked up. Douglas, wait a minute. I believe I'm getting a hidey.
What's that, Abner?
Yes, sir, I believe that'll work just as sure as the world.
What are you talking about?
If we could keep Lum away from this gang till this detective has time to round them all up, why, he couldn't get himself mixed up in no trouble, could he?
Well, no, if we could keep him away from them.
I notice I can do it, too. I'm the deputy town marshal. I'll just lock old Lum up down there in a jailhouse till this thing blows over.
Well, you can't do that, Abner. Can't lock Lum up for nothing. He hasn't violated any law.
I don't care whether he has or not. I'll just throw him in there and lock the door and leave him there. Throw away the key. Come on, you fellers.
Well, wait a minute, Abner. We'll have to wait till the meeting's over.
I ain't waiting for nothing. It might be too late. Come on. It'll take all three of us to handle him, but I'm going to bust right into that meeting and drag him out of there. Doggos, if he ain't got sense enough to look after himself, I'll do it for him.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in jail as a result of Abner's action. Abner is approaching. Listen.
Hey, Lum?
Abner, going away from here. I don't even want to talk to you.
Well, now, wait a minute, Lum. I just come by to find out if you weren't hungry.
Well, of course I'm hungry. Anybody'd be hungry that hadn't ate for 2 days.
Well, what do you want for supper?
I told you yesterday that I was on a hunger strike.
Oh, prattle now, Lum.
I ain't going to eat nothing till you let me out of here. You may as well make up your mind to it.
Yeah, all right. You're going to make yourself sick, though. Body's got to eat something, Lum.
Well, let me out of here then, and I'll eat.
I'll let you out of here when you promise to do what I ask you to.
I'll never do it. I'll starve right here first. Starve clean to death.
You mean you think so much of that Trixie Van Dusen that you'd starve to death before you promise not to have nothing more to do with her?
Yes, sir. I'll die a martyr first.
Well, all right. If you think I'm going to let you out of here to keep you from starving, then you got another thing coming.
Oh, you won't?
No, sir, I won't, and that's fine.
Fine friend. After all I've did for you, you locked me up in jail.
Well, now, Lum,
Fine friend you turned out to be, I must say.
I told you I didn't want to do it. You know that. I just done it for your own good.
My own good?
Yes, sir, your own good.
I don't know where you got the idea locking a man up in jail is good for him.
I'm doing it just 'cause you're my friend, Lum. 'Cause I think so of you.
Then if that's the way you treat your friends, I'd hate to be one of your enemies.
Well, you just wait and see now. You wring my hand for this when you get out of here.
I'll wring your neck. That's what I'll wring.
I'm locking you up in here to keep you out of the penitentiary. That's what I'm doing.
Well, I'd a heap rather be in a penitentiary than to be locked up in this jail where everybody in the community can pass by and see me and make fun of me.
Well, I hate that part of it, too, but there just weren't no other way to do it.
Abner, you've brung a disgrace right down on the name of Eddard.
Oh.
The very ideas, locking the justice of the peace and president of the school board up in jail just like he was a criminal.
Well, you would have been a criminal if I'd let you run loose a while longer. As thick as you getting with that Professor Collingmore, the leader of the whole gang.
Well, now, that's my business. I'm old enough to take care of myself. I know what I'm doing.
When a fella your age gets as crazy about a woman as you are about that Trixie Van Dusen, it's time that somebody stepped in and taken charge. My dog is I'm the one to do it. You ought to have a guardian, that's what you ought to have.
Well, now, you're just supposed to be a deputy town marshal. It don't come under the duties of your office to tell folks who they can be friends with and who they can't.
It was the only way I could study up to save you, Lum. Just lock you up to where you couldn't get into no trouble, and that's what I did.
Well, you can't hold a feller this way without charges.
I can't.
No, sir. It's unlegal.
Looks like I'm doing a pretty good job of it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Again, I done get out of here. You better make yourself scarce.
Yeah, by the time you get out of here, me and that detective will have that gang of jewel thieves arrested and in jail. And then you'll be tickled to death that I'll never let you join up with them.
I ought to lawsuit you. That's what I ought to do.
Lawsuit me?
You better not ever let yourself be brung up before my justice of the peace court, I'll tell you that. I'll send you up for life, regardless of what the charges are.
Well, now, Lum, there ain't a bit of use of us arguing about it. We had all this out the other night whenever I locked you up in here. I told you how I hated it. I know you're mad, and I don't blame you, Lum, but you just don't understand. That's the whole thing.
You don't understand either. You're just knocking me out of making $500 as slick as a whistle. And you don't know nothing about that.
Oh, yes, I do, too. I know all about it. That Professor Collingmore is offering you $500 for joining up with him and helping him.
How'd you know that?
Well, never mind. I knowed it. I never would have thought you'd have joined up with an outfit like that for no amount of money, Lum. I'm ashamed of you. And I don't believe you would have either if you'd been in your right mind.
In my right mind?
Yes, sir, in your right mind.
Oh, I see. So that's the reason you locked me up in here, because you thought I was losing my mind.
Yes, sir. I believe that Trixie sort of affected your reasoning, Lum, just to be honest with you. Well, you ain't what I'd call plumb crazy, but you ain't yourself, Lum. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. Ask me some questions. I know I can prove I know what I'm doing.
Questions about what?
Anything. I don't care what it is. I'll answer it.
Well, let's see. Don't know what to ask you, hardly.
Oh, ask me some arithmetic problems.
Arithmetic?
I ain't got a pencil, so ask me some easy ones I can sort of work in my head. Give me the $64 question. I don't care.
Well, let's see. If I was to keep you locked up in this jail for 10 years...
For 10 years?
Well, wait a minute. And you never ate nothing all that time. How many...
Well, I couldn't stay in here for no 10 years without nothing to eat. I'd starve to death.
No, we're just making out like you could.
I don't even want to talk about it. 10 years? I know I'll be out of here before that time.
Oh, sure, don't worry about that. I think it'll take me and Mr. Wilson about, maybe 2 or 3 weeks to clean up that whole bunch of jewel thieves.
You're aiming to keep me locked up for 2 or 3 weeks, you mean?
You're gonna stay right here till we get that gang caught. Or till you promise me not to have nothing to do with that Trixie Van Dusen.
I never would have thought you'd have did me this way.
Well, Lum, you're just making it twice as hard on yourself. I offered to fix the jail up nice and comfort for you. Gonna bring your bed down here and offer to get you a radio and a nice rocking chair. Just sit here all day and rock and listen to the radio. Have the time of your life. Tried my best to do it, and you wouldn't let me.
No, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. It'd suit me a lot better if you'd stay away from down here.
Well, all right, if that's the way you feel about it, I'll stay away.
That's exactly the way I feel about it.
All right, sure, I'll do it. I just come over here now to see if there's anything I could do for you. We was fixing to sit down to supper over at the place, and Elizabeth had such a good meal fixed up, I just thought maybe you'd like something to eat. So
I told you I was on a hungry strike. When I go on one of them, I stay on till I get what I want.
Yeah, all right. If you're waiting for me to turn you out 'cause you ain't eating, you're just missing a lot of good grub, I'll tell you that. Elizabeth's got just the very things tonight that you like best. Chicken and dumplings and mashed potatoes and gravy and hot biscuits and black-eyed peas.
Well, you don't have to come over here and brag about what all you got to eat over at your place.
All sorts of vegetables out of the garden. Fried okra and collards and corn on the cob and pie and cake and...
What kind of pie?
Apple pie. I seen her baking it. With cheese.
Sounded just like she'd fixed that whole meal for me.
Yeah, I know that you liked all them things.
Yeah, all of them was my favorite dishes, you might say.
Well, it's just a shame that you ain't eating.
Hard.
But, as long as you feel that way about it, I reckon I may as well get on back to the place and eat some of it myself before it gets too cold. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait a minute, Abner.
What is it?
You reckon them fellers that goes on them hungry strikes starts out even?
What do you mean, even?
Them fellers like McHat and McGandy and them Mortars. Reckon they eat a lot before ever they start them strikes, or do they start out on empty stomachs?
Well, Lomy, I don't know, Lum. I don't know. Well, I'll see you in a moment.
Wait a minute, Abner. Sit down. I want to talk to you. Tell me again what all of y'all having over there.
Well, I just said chicken and dumplings and hot biscuits and gravy and mashed potatoes and collards and black-eyed peas and apple pie and cake, you know, that double chocolate cake.
I don't believe I'm treating myself right on this. I was hungry before ever I started it. Maybe I better eat a big meal tonight and start this hungry strike over again in the morning.
Well, that's fine. I'll tell you what, Lum, I'll have Elizabeth fix you up a big plate of everything she's got over there.
Tell her double helpings if she's got plenty.
I know that'd sound good to you. You know it was plumb foolish for you to ever do without victuals in the first place, Lum.
It was the only way I could get any sympathy around here. Looks like all my friends just went back on me.
They ain't no such a thing, Lum. Everybody's trying to help you.
Trying to help me?
Yes,
nothing.
sir.
I thought you was the best friend I had in the world, Abner, and you showed your friendship by locking me up in jail. I had Cedric go around to raise a bond to get me out, and he said all my friends refused to sign it.
Well, now, just to be honest with you, Lum, that was my fault. I told everybody in town not to sign your bond. I wanted to keep you in here for your own good.
Oh, you're the one that done that?
Yes, sir.
I wondered why fellers like Grandpappy Spears and Ezra Seastrunk refused to sign the bond for me after all I did for them.
I explained to them how it was.
Abner, if I ever get out of here, I'll whop you if it's the last thing I do on this earth. Now, I don't want your dad-blame victuals. Just leave them at home. I'll starve to death before I eat them.
Well, now...
Shut up. Don't even talk to me.
Well, I just started to say, here comes Cedric Weehum.
Granny's, I'll get him to bring me something to eat from the hotel.
Well, all right. Get him. Well, howdy, Cedric.
Hey, Mr. Abner, you're the very fellow I want to see.
What is it, Cedric?
Well, I've got an order here for you from the sheriff in at the county seat. Mr. Lum, I'll have you out of there in a minute. Miss Trixie and Mr. Professor Collindog or Collydog or whatever his name is made bail for you.
They did?
Well, bless her heart. Bless her little heart. I knowed it. I know there's love for you.
Oh,
true love. Hurry up, Abner, and open this door. And you know what I told you I was going to do to you when I got out of here.
Cedric, come over here just a minute.
Yes, well, what is it, Mr. Abner?
Well, here. You take these keys, Cedric. I'm sort of in a hurry. Now, when I get down yonder...
Hurry up, let me out of here, Abner.
Don't listen to him. When I get down yonder to the corner of my fence...
Let me out of here.
You see me start running, well, you go ahead and let Lum out. Now, don't unlock that door till I get a good head start.
see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum at Mountain View Inn talking on the telephone. Listen.
Well, yeah, I got out yesterday evening. I just wanted to tell you it was mighty thoughty of you and Professor Collingmore to make bond for me. Why, no, they never had no charges against me. Abner just found out about me joining up with you all and said they'd put me in there to keep me out of trouble. Oh, of course not. Well, I know you wouldn't get me into no trouble of no kind. Oh, yeah, you can count on me helping you, all right. Yes, Mom. I'm ready to do anything you say. Yeah, I'll show them I'm old enough to run my own business. Wait a minute, here comes Dick Huddleston. All right. Yeah, all right, Trixie. Goodbye.
Well, howdy, Lum. When'd you get out? Thought you still in jail.
Don't look like it, does it?
Well, how'd you get out, Lum? I thought Abner said he's going to keep you locked up in there till those jewel thieves are cleaned out around here.
Oh, I've got friends. This just gave me a good chance to find out who my real friends was.
Oh?
Such fellers as you and Abner and Grandad that I always thought was my friends, trying to keep me locked up in jail like a criminal. I found somebody that thought enough of me to get me out of there.
Who was it, Lum?
Well, I don't know as that's any of your business, Dick Huddleston.
Oh, now, Lum, I don't want you to be sore at me about this, Lum. We were just doing it for your own good, trying to keep you out of trouble.
Well, I'll have you know I'm old enough to look after myself. I don't need no guardian. When I do, I'll get one myself. And I won't get none of you neither.
Well, maybe we were in the wrong. I don't know, Lum. We thought we were doing the right thing. Abner seemed to think that if you were locked up, well, you wouldn't have a chance to get into any trouble.
No, it weren't nothing but Abner trying to show his authority, so it was. Ever since he got to be Deputy Town Marshal, he's trying to run everybody else's business. I've just took off of him all I'm going to.
Now, Lum, he was just trying to keep you from getting mixed up with this gang of jewel thieves, and you know it.
Well, what if I do get mixed up with them? They ain't none of his lookout.
Oh, then you admit that you are mixed up with them, huh?
I ain't admitting nothing. I'm just saying if I am, it's my own business.
All right.
No, sir, me and Abner is through. I ain't having another thing to do with him. I told him yesterday the minute I got out of that jail I was going to give him a licking, and then I aim to do it, too, whenever I catch him.
Well, now, you shouldn't be sore at Abner for trying to do the right thing with you, Lum.
Well, but again, I get through with him. He don't lock nobody else up in that jail that he's got some charges against him, I'll tell you that. He might nigh ruin my reputation.
Reputation?
Making laughing stocks out of me. I went down this morning to get a haircut, and Mose Moots wanted to know if I wanted my head shaved. And everybody else busted out laughing.
Well, you know that bunch that hangs out down there at the barber shop, Lum. They josh everybody comes in there.
Suppose I'd have starved to death there in jail. Then how would you fellers have felt?
Well, Abner was feeding you down there, wasn't he?
Nobody wasn't feeding me nothing. I never had a bite all the time I was down there.
You mean that Abner never brought you nothing to eat all the time he was down there?
Oh, he brung stuff down there, but I was on a hungry strike. I couldn't eat.
No. Well, if you'd had to starve to death in a case like that, it'd been your own fault, Lum.
Yeah, but it had made you fellers feel bad. I know that.
Well, you're out now, Lum, and I just hope now there's no hard feeling.
Well, I don't know as I hold it again you, Dig. It's Abner. There's the one. He's the one that had that idea of locking me up. And he's the one that went around to all my friends and asked them not to sign no bond to get me out. I ought to wring his neck, what I ought to do. Here comes Cedric. Now, while he helped put me in there, he was nice enough to carry a bond around and try to get me out.
Well, howdy, Cedric.
What do you do, Mr. Dick?
Cedric was telling me we've got some new guests here at the hotel since I've been gone.
New guests? Is that right?
Yes, Mom. Man and his wife from Kansas City and 2 women from down in Monroe, Louisiana.
Well, that's fine. Lum, you know, you and Abner have done a better job of running this hotel than I thought you would.
Yeah, we have been doing all right.
What do you mean, have been?
Well, I just mean from here on, one or the other of us is going to have to get out.
What?
There ain't room in this hotel for both of us.
Oh, now, Lum, you and Abner have been partners for so long, you're doing so well it'd be a shame to split up now.
Well, I don't care what it be. Me and him is through. I want no partner I can't put no confidence in.
Now, you can trust Abner, and you know it.
Why, I'd be feared to turn my back on that little snake in the weeds. Feared he'd slap them handcuffs on my wrists again.
Well, has Mr. Abner showed up yet today?
No, and he knows better than to. I told him yesterday what I was going to do when I got out of there.
I never seen him run so fast in my life as he did yesterday whenever I unlocked the jail door and let you out.
Well, how come you
tearing down the road there?
What were you doing unlocking the door, Cedric?
Oh, Mr. Abner was feared to, I think. He wanted to get a head start on Mr. Lum.
Now, Lum, you're not serious about giving Abner a licking, are you?
You dead blame right I'm serious. I'll learn him to tend to his own business. Wait a minute, there's the buzzer.
Oh.
Well, that's Professor Collingmore's room.
Hello, office. This is him. Oh, you have? I'll be right up. Okay, Chief. Dick, I've got to run upstairs a minute. Make yourself at home. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, now, listen, Lum, be careful with that bunch. Don't let them talk you into doing something that you'll get into trouble with.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Well, all right. Just remember what I told you, though. Lum wouldn't get himself mixed up with that outfit. That Collingmore's just using him.
Well, Professor Collingmore's awful nice fellow, though. What is, never think he was a crook just by talking to him.
Yeah, well, that's the trouble, Cedric. Most all these crooks are nice fellows personally, but then when you take them out and get them in their own business...
Looky yonder.
Huh?
Looky yonder, there comes Mr. Abner.
Abner, sir? Oh, for goodness sakes, what's he got on there?
Looks like a baseball mask and a chest protector he's wearing.
I didn't know they'd have a ball game today.
Well, I never neither. Reckon there, though, for he's got a baseball bat in his hand there.
Well, Abner don't play on the Pine Ridge 9. He used to play.
He ain't got on a baseball suit nohow, see there?
Hey, where's the ball game, Abner?
Yeah, who's playing who?
There ain't no ball game and I ain't playing. Whereabouts is that Lum Abner's at?
Oh, he went upstairs, but he said he'd be back in a minute. Said he's going to whop you first time he's seen you.
Well, I'm ready for him. Just let him start something.
Oh, I see. That's the reason you got that outfit on, is it?
Yes, sir. If he so much as lays a hand on me, I'll wear this baseball bat out on him.
Wait, I believe that's him coming down the stairs there now. Better watch out, Mr. Abner, for he's sure bad at you.
Yeah, listen, Abner. Turn around to where he can't see all that stuff you go. Turn right around there. That's it. That's the time.
Yeah.
You'd be splashed to death.
Yeah, be quiet.
Oh, there you are. Dad blame you, Abner Peabody. I've been looking for you all day. I told you I was going to give you a whipping. I'll learn you how to lock me up.
Well, you just go ahead. What are you waiting for? Hit me if you can find opening. Come on,
Well,
get your
take
dukes
off
up
that
there.
baseball mask. I ain't going to break no fist on that.
I ain't taking off nothing. Doggy, if you get any closer to me, I'll make a home run out of you. Stand back
Put
there.
that baseball bat
Stand
down,
back.
Abner, before you hurt somebody.
That's just what I want to do, to hurt somebody. Come on, stand back
There
there.
you are. That's the kind of a feller you are. Can't even fight fair. That settles it. That settles it. Me and you are through, Abner. I don't want you for a partner no more in the hotel business.
Well, you just get out then, and I'll run it to suit myself. It'll be better anyway.
I won't get out no such a thing. You're the one who's going to get out of here.
I ain't going to get out, and I ain't going to be your partner neither. I don't want to have nothing more to do with you.
Well, I'll show you who's running
Now,
things
just
around.
just a minute. Here. No use having a big ruckus over this now. You two can't get along together. Why don't you just take turn about running the hotel here? Lum, you run it one day, and Abner, you can run it the next, and then split the profit.
No, sir. No, sir. I wouldn't trust him. He about collect room rents and not say nothing to me about it.
Now, Doggies, I'm glad you mentioned that. I hadn't even thought of such a
trust
thing.
him as far as I can drop kick a handle.
I wouldn't trust you neither. Doggies, talking about somebody cheating on a ranch, that's about what you'd do, you jewel thief.
Jewel?
Yes, sir, jewel thief. That's all
All
you
right,
are.
you went too far now. Can't nobody call me no jewel thief. Abner, take off that mask.
Just a minute now. Wait a minute. Just don't have any big arguments. Why don't one of you fellas buy the other one out if you feel this way about each other?
That's a good idea. What do you want for your half interest, Abner?
It ain't for sale, Mr. Edwards.
There you are again. I wish you'd take off that mask and lay down that ball bat.
This makes me just about your size. You're so dead blamed anxious to fight. Why don't you wade in? I'm standing here. Come on.
See, right now, we ain't getting nowhere this way. There ain't but one thing left to do, and that's to divide the rooms up betwixt the two of us, and you can run your half to suit yourself, and I'll run mine.
My doggies, that suits me just fine. You think you know so much about running a hotel? I'll show you how a hotel ought to be run. You mean run two hotels here in one building? Competition to each other?
Yeah, and I'll bankrupt him in a week.
All right, Doggies, I'll take the downstairs rooms and you can take the second floor. We'll divide up the guests, too. Put half of them on the first floor and half of them on your floor.
Grannies, that's a deal.
That's a deal.
Dick, you and Cedric is witnesses to this. And I'll tell you another thing, Abner. You might as well count on wearing that baseball mask the rest of your life. For I'm going to whoop the daylights out of you every time I catch you with it all.
Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner and Lum at the hotel trying to carry on a conversation with Cedric as intermediary. Listen.
Cedric, tell Mr. Edders I want to speak to him.
Mr. Lum, Mr. Abner wants to speak to you.
Yeah, I heard him. Asked him what he wants.
He wants to know what you want, Mr. Abner.
You tell him that when we divided up the guest here betwixt us that he cheated me.
Tell him I never done no such a thing.
He never done no such a thing.
Tell him he did.
He did.
I didn't.
I didn't. You did. I didn't. Here, you fellas are going to have to do your own fussing. I can't keep up with you. First thing you know, I'll be in an argument with myself.
Well, ask him to explain what he means, saying I cheated.
Cedric, tell him I counted up the guest again, and he beat me out of one. He's got 8, and I ain't got but 7.
He says you've got 8 guests, and he ain't got but 7, Mr. Lum.
I heard him. Asked him what half of 15 is.
What's half of 15, Mr. Abner?
Why, just a minute, let me get a pencil here. Half of 15. I know what I got it figured right, though.
It's 7.5's what it is.
Yeah, that's right. You got a half a guess too much.
Tell him I ain't no such a thing.
Tell him he has.
Wait a minute, I can't do that, I tell you.
Well, tell him we've got an odd number. Can't divide up a guest.
I've got just as much right to that extra guest as he has.
Little Gwendolyn was the extra one, and I got her mother and father. We can't move her down here on the first floor away from them.
Tell him he's got to pay me a half of what he collects off of her room, then.
Tell him I won't do no such a thing. She's using one of my rooms, and she's eating in my part of the dining room. Grannies, I've got a right to all the profit.
Well, tell him we'll just see about that.
Tell him it's too late to be hollering about the deal now.
Tell him he's taking advantage of me.
Tell him I never done no such a thing. I started dividing the guests, giving me one and then him one. It just happened that I got the last one.
For goodness sake, what's going on in here?
Oh, howdy, Dick.
Yeah, howdy, Dick.
Never seen you come in.
What's the matter here? What's all this tell him business?
Oh, well, me and Abner ain't speaking to one another. We talked to Cedric, and he passed it on to the other.
Yeah, I wouldn't speak to that varmint Lum for nothing.
Well, you are talking to one another. Cedric's standing out there on the front porch.
He is? Well, I'll be dead, Ring. He must have walked out on us.
Well, I never noticed it, or I sure wouldn't have said nothing, I'll tell you that. I wouldn't speak to that feller there, Dick, if it was the last thing I ever done in my life.
Well, I wouldn't speak to you neither. Tell him I wouldn't speak to him neither.
Well, now, here, wait a minute. I don't want to get mixed up in this thing.
Come over here, Dick. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, come over here first, Dick. I want to talk to you, too.
Well, can't we all three just sit down here together and talk?
No, sir, I don't want to be caught associating with him. Come over here on my side of the lobby. I've got the best chairs.
Hey, better not go over there, Dick. You're getting in bad company, I'll tell you that.
Tell him to shut up, Dick.
Oh, swan to goodness, love. You fellas are worse than a couple of 2-year-olds. I've never seen you acting so childish.
Yeah, he is, ain't he? Awful childish.
You're just as bad as he is, Lum.
Well, I'm in the right, though. Sit down, Dick. I had to run one of Abner's guests out of that chair there a while ago.
Run him out?
Yeah, that Mr. Wilson, the detective. He's one of Abner's guests, and I told him if I ever catched him sitting in one of my chairs again, I'd throw him out.
Well, now, Lum, this is not going to work, dividing up the hotel this way. You run all the guests off.
Grannies, I wished I could run some of Abner's guests off.
Yeah, you start running his guests off, and the first thing you know, he'll start running yours off, and then neither one of you will have any business. And it's a shame, too, Lum. You were doing so well here you had this fuss.
Well, if I can keep him from making any money, I think he'll sell his half pretty cheap. Then I'll have the whole thing to myself.
I don't see why you fellas can't get your troubles patched up and go ahead and run this place like you started out.
No, I'll never do it, Dick. I don't want to have a thing to do with him.
Oh, me. How'd you finally divide the thing up, Lum?
Well, he taken the rooms on the first floor here, and I taken the upstairs. And each one of us gets just what he takes in on his half.
What about the dining room? You're still operating that together, aren't you?
Oh, no, that's all separate, too.
Separate?
He's got half the tables, and I've got half of them.
Lord,
he's got his cook, and I've got mine. There's another thing, Dick. Now, he's using unfair methods right off the start in the dining room.
What's the matter? What's he doing?
Why, he got his wife, Elizabeth, to do the cooking. And I wish you could have saw the meal she fixed up for dinner today.
She's a good cook.
Oh, my goodness. Chicken and turkey and steak and hot biscuits and gravy and all sorts of vegetables. Pie and cake and preserves and jelly. Well, not anything you can name. They had it. All for a quarter.
For a quarter?
Yes, sir. You cut the price to a quarter. That's another thing.
Well, he can't serve meals like that for a quarter long.
Why, of course he can't. Fact is, I went over there myself and plunked down a quarter and ate with him.
You mean you ate at Abner's table?
Why, sure. I might not have pounded myself trying to keep him from making a profit on me. Looky at him over there, Dick.
Huh?
He heard me say that.
Oh.
Sticking that head up over that desk puts me in mind of a turtle sticking his head up over a log. Look at that. Wish I had a beam flip.
He don't look a sight wearing that baseball mask and that chest protector there.
Well, he better not never take him off, I'll tell him that. If I ever catch him with that mask off, I'll whop him right on top of the head. Whip him all over the hotel.
Well, Lum, what do the guests think about this dividing up the hotel and moving them around that way?
Oh, they never liked it a bit.
They didn't?
Oh, we had a terrible time getting them two old maids to move.
Oh.
They just might not balked on us. I think I got the best of the deal. I got them three fellas from Chicago, and, they're awful good about tipping. Have their meals all sent up to them and all.
Yeah. Which one of you is Cedric working for?
Well, we just divided Cedric up, too, along with everything else. We can both use him.
Oh. Well, I don't think this is ever going to work out, Lum. You can't operate two hotels under the same roof. You know that.
Wait a minute, Dick. Abner's talking on the switchboard over there. Be quiet. I want to see what he's saying.
Oh, Abner's got the switchboard over there on his side. Huh?
Yeah, but we can both use it. That's sort of mutual ground there. No man's land. Listen.
Well, I've got rooms down here just as good as 206 is.
206? That's them three fellas from Chicago he's talking to.
Yeah, I know it. Well, what's he charging you for that room? He is? For goodness sakes, that's just highways robberies.
Listen to that.
Yes, sir, I'll make you a room for just half that much.
That's what I've got to put up with.
All three of you for $1.50.
Did you hear that, Dick?
Yes, sir.
Making the weeds. He's called up my guests and cutting the prices. That's the kind of a feller I've got to deal with.
Well, we've got him skinned a mile when it comes to meals. You just ask any of them at dinner at our tables today.
If he keeps on feeding like he did down there today, it's going to ruin my business.
Sure it is.
Some of my guests has already complained.
Yeah, well, you fellers think it over and let me know. Yeah, don't say nothing about the price I made to you to nobody. All right.
Now, Dick, you know yourself that ain't fair. It's the worst kind of cheating. I wish he had that baseball mask off more than ever now. If he starts cutting prices, I grant I can cut them just as low as he does, and lower.
Now, Lum, if you fellas start cutting prices, neither one of you make any money. You've got to have some kind of an understanding now, Lum.
Trouble of it is, Dick, we can't talk to one another to get our understanding.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go over and talk to Abner about that, Lum. Make him cut that out.
Yeah, I wished you would, Dick. But don't tell him I told you to. I don't want him to think he's winning.
Oh, no.
Don't give him that satisfaction.
No, I won't.
Yeah, come back over here before you leave, Dick.
Yeah, all right, Lum. Yeah, Dick, I allowed you to be over here directly. I knowed it wouldn't take you long to find out all that big bag of wind knowed over there.
Yeah, mind out what you're saying over there now.
Sit down, Dick, sit down.
Yeah, thank you, Abner. Abner, I want to talk to you a minute. Lum was telling me that you've got Elizabeth down here cooking for you now.
Yeah. Doggies, you ought to have seen the meal that we fixed up for him today. Lum's guests is all want to eat at our tables now.
Yeah, I know Lum was telling me about that, Abner. You can't make any money serving meals like that for a quarter, Abner.
I know it. I'm just baiting them, see?
Baiting them?
Yeah, setting a trap for them. As soon as I get Lum's guests unsatisfied and get them to stay with me, well, then I'll cut down on that.
Well, another thing, now, we just overheard you talking to those three fellas from Chicago offering to cut prices here.
Oh, did Lum hear that?
Yeah, and you shouldn't do that, Abner. You're just fixing it to where both you fellas going to lose money.
Well, what about him? Sending a lemonade and ice cream up to their rooms. Lemonade them 2 or 3 times.
Well, I didn't know about that. Lum didn't tell me anything about
Well, come in, sir. Come in. Welcome to Mountain View Inn.
Just a minute, Dick. There comes a customer.
Right over this way,
right over here. Best hotel in Pine Ridge.
All upstairs rooms, nice, cool, airy rooms.
All downstairs rooms where you don't have to climb the stairs.
Lemonade served all during the day, free of charge.
Home cooking, best fiddles in Pine Ridge.
Room and board, $2 a day.
Room and board, $1.50 a day.
Oh, room and board, $1 a day.
Room and board, 50 cents a day.
Granny's room and board.
Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Cedric at the hotel looking for Abner. Listen.
Hey, whereabouts you been, Mr. Abner? Been looking every place for you.
Oh, I've been down to Dick Huddleston's store, buying groceries for my part of the dining room.
Well, what you buying them from Mr. Dick for when you own a store of your own? That sounds ignorant to me.
Yeah, well, it ain't, Cedric. I've got this whole thing figured out.
Well, you get half the profits at the Jot 'em Down store, though, don't you?
Yeah, and that Lum gets half the profits, too. I don't want him making nothing off of me. This is one time when I'm going to get the best of that critter.
Well, you better stick around here a little closer then.
Why? Did anything happen while I was gone?
Oh, yes, well, I moved a couple of your guests out a while ago.
Who was it, Cedric? I didn't know anybody's aiming on leaving.
Oh, they never left. They just moved up to Mr. Lum's part of the hotel on the second floor.
Lum's part?
It was them 2 women from Monroe, Louisiana, moved into 207.
Well, I do know. I bound you this Lum's at the bottom of that. I'll just call them up and see what the trouble is.
I wish these guests would hurry up and decide which one of you they're going to stay with. I've loved them handbags up and down them stairs till I'm plumb wore out.
Be quiet, Cedric, just a minute.
Well, I've got a lot more to say.
Well, don't say it. Hello? This is Mr. Peabody, manager of the downstairs hotel. Yes, well, I just now heard about that. Yeah, what was the trouble? What, was you non-satisfied with the service?
Heard about that.
Oh, he did, huh? What kind of a price did he make you? Well, that ornery, low-down varmint.
Been eating too many canned salmon.
I'll tell you what I'll do. If you move back downstairs, I'll beat that rate he made you. I'll just cut that price half in two. Yes, Mom, 25 cents a day. Yeah, sure, board and room. Yeah.
Oh, I feel another moving job coming up.
All right, I'll send Cedric up there directly to get your hand satchels. Yes, Mom.
See there, I told you.
How's that, Cedric?
Oh, excuse me. I was talking to me.
Oh. Wait just a minute here. I never need to cut that price that much. Lum give 'em a rate of 50 cents for the room and 50 cents for meals, and here I'm giving them both of them for 25 cents.
Did I do something wrong again?
No, it wasn't me, Cedric. I thought I'd just cutting it in half. Oh, well, it's done did, I reckon.
Yeah, it sure is.
Leastways, that ought to learn that Lum, but he ain't the only one that can cut rates around here.
You want me to go up and move him back down now?
Not just a minute, Cedric. I believe I'm getting another idea here. That Lum's going to start cutting prices. I'll cut under him if I have to hire people to stay at my hotel. I'll get a lot more of his guests, too.
Uh-oh, more moving.
See, who'd be a good one for me to work on first?
Why don't you get Mr. Professor Collingmore? He's sort of the ringleader of them jewel thieves. Get him and the others will follow.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Cedric. I've done tried him. He won't move. Says he's well satisfied where he's at. I'd love to have him, too. He's paying that Lum $2 a day for that room.
What about them three fellas from Chicago?
Well, I sort of called them up yesterday, too, but they ain't let me know what to decide. I'll just call them back again right now and tell them my new prize. Oh, Lum, I hit the ceiling. I'll get them three away from me.
Well, I wouldn't mind to moving them. They'd more likely give me a big tip.
When I tell them the price... Wait. Hello? Yeah, this is Mr. Peabody, manager of the downstairs hotel. I was wondering if you decided about moving downstairs yet.
Hope they decide to move.
Well, I tell you, I believe I can shave that price a little more. I got a good corner room that you can have for 25 cents a day, including your meals. That's what I said, 25 cents. All right, go ahead and ask them.
Oh, they're going to take it, Mr. Abner?
Well, he's asking the other two. Somebody must have told a joke up there. I can hear them laughing something wonderful.
Oh, I'd love to know what it is. Boy, I love jokes. They're so comical or something.
Yeah, that's 3 meals a day.
Cedric,
Cedric, I ain't talking to you, and I ain't going to feed you no 3 meals. Yep. Yes, that's what I said. Well, good. Cedric will be up to move you pretty soon. Yes, sir. I got him, Cedric.
That's good for you, Mr. Abner.
Old Lum will be mad enough to bite when he finds out about this.
Oh, you're a good businessman.
Oh, yeah, that don't leave him but 5 guests. Just tricks in Sir Herbert, Mr. and Miss Smith, and little Gwendolyn.
You want me to go up and start moving them?
No, wait a minute. I want to call some of the others first, Cedric. This is the easiest way to get business I ever heard of. No, I believe I'm a better business head than I ever allowed I was.
If you get them all to move, we could just turn that hotel upside down. You'd already have them moved. Hey, you better wait, Mr. Abner. Here comes Mr. Lum and Mr. Dick.
Oh. Hello? Wrong number. Mistake. Goodbye. Come on, Cedric. We're going up and start moving them others. One old Lum's eyes bug out again. He sees us coming down the stairs there belonging. Don't let on to him about me calling him now.
Oh, I ain't going to say nothing.
Well, hello there, fella.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Dick.
Howdy, Dick.
Yeah, hello, Cedric.
I'll be back in a minute, Dick. I got a little business to attend to.
Yeah, but we can't tell you who it is we're going to move, though.
Yeah, sit down, Dick. I want to talk to you some more.
Yeah, what's that you told me now about that Professor Collingmore?
Yeah, he called him up and offered to cut the price on his room rent if he'd move down here to this part of the hotel.
Professor Collingmore wouldn't do it, huh?
No, he said he told Abner he's satisfied where he's at. I pulled a gooder on Abner, though. He don't know nothing about it yet.
What was that, Lou?
Well, he had them 2 ladies from Monroe, Louisiana staying down here, you know.
Yeah.
So after I heard about him cutting the rate to Professor Collingmore, I waited till after he'd left a while ago and called them 2 ladies up and made them a better price if they'd move up my part of the hotel.
Better price?
He don't know it yet. Oh, he'll have a fit when he finds out he's lost 2 of his guests.
Well, Lum, you fellas can't be cutting prices this way. Both of you are going to start losing money if you're not careful. Don't forget you're on this hotel for us stockholders, not just for yourself.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about that. But don't worry, Dick. This is just a temporary measure to stop Abner. And maybe get shut of him so as I can take over the whole place and really start making money here.
What price do you make those ladies from Louisiana?
50 cents for the room and 50 cents a day for 3 meals. Making room and board $1 a day for each person.
Well, that's certainly cheap enough, I'll say that, Lum. That's cheaper than you can live at home these days.
Yeah, I'll admit I ain't making no money, but look at the business I'm doing.
Yeah.
Now, I figure Abner will do even worse than me at them prices, poor business head as he is. Things will get so bad for him, he'll just have to sell out to me in a day or so, and then I'll be shut of him. Won't have to look at him no more.
Yeah, say, I noticed that he's not wearing that baseball mask and chest protector today, Lum.
No, I know he ain't.
I thought you said you was going to give him a licking the first time you caught him with them things off.
Yeah, but I'll change my mind. I wouldn't do nothing like that.
Well, I'm glad to hear you talk that way.
Besides, Cedric told me Abner's packing firearms now.
Packing firearms?
Yes,
Gone?
That'll give you an idea what kind of a varmint I'm dealing with. That's enough grounds right there for me to have him arrested if I was a mind to do it. That's a violation of the law.
Well, now, wait a minute, old Lum. Abner's a deputy town marshal. He's got a right to carry a gun.
He ain't got a right to go around shooting at his best friend, though.
Oh, I don't think he'd do anything like that, Lum.
I don't know. With as little sense as he's got, no telling what he might do. He ain't to be trusted with a dangerous weapon. No civilized fella carries a gun on him nowadays. Only reason I'm doing it's for self-defense.
What's that? Lum, you're not packing a gun, too, are you?
Well, you don't think I'm going to stand up and let him shoot me down without some way of defending myself, do you?
Lum, you give me that gun. Give it here.
I ain't going to do it. No, I've got to protect myself,
Well,
Dick.
you give me that, and I'll get Abner's from him, too. Having arguments is bad enough, but this is carrying things too far. Now, give it to me, Lum.
Get Abner's first, and then I'll give you mine.
You give it to me right now. Lum, you should be ashamed of yourself. As good a friend as you two have always been, too.
Well, I wouldn't actually shoot Abner. I hate and despise him, but I couldn't bring myself to do that. Wait a minute, what's Cedric doing there?
How's that?
Look at him. Must be carrying 100 hand satchels down the stairs there. Hey, Cedric, what are you doing? Set them down and come over here a minute.
Poor Cedric. He's been pretty busy since you fellas divided up the hotel, hasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what we'd have did without him, Dick. Hurry up, Cedric. Whose stuff is that you're moving there?
Looks like everybody's.
Oh, it belongs to them two women from Louisiana, I think.
Well, we're going in the wrong direction with them. I told you an hour ago to get all them things upstairs to room 207. You fool around here and ruin my business with this kind of service.
Well, I did move them up to 207 when you told me to. I'm moving them back down now.
Moving them back down? Well, what was the matter? Didn't they like the room I give them?
Yes, Mom, I think they liked the room all right, but they didn't like the price you give them. See, Mr. Abner gave them his rooms at a lower price.
You mean Abner's cut the rate still lower, Cedric?
Yes, Mom, I think that's what he done.
What kind of a price did he make them? Do you know that?
Oh, let's see. I did know. Oh, yeah, he's making everybody a price of 25 cents a day for room and board.
25 cents a day?
Why, that ornery, low-down snake in the weeds. Grannies, give me back that gun.
Not long. Just calm
down.
Give it here.
Grannies, I'll just quit. I'll just take out. Just close up my part of the hotel.
Well, I reckon you may as well, for Mr. Abner just now talked to Trixie and the others, and the whole bunch is moving downstairs. You ain't got a guest left in your part of the hotel, Mr.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, Lum is sitting on the front porch of Mountain View Inn. Dick Huddleston is just approaching. Listen.
Well, howdy, Dick.
How are you today, Lum?
Oh, just only tolerably, Dick. Come on up on the porch and sit a while.
You seem to be taking life pretty easy here.
Yeah, just sitting here reading the weekly paper from the county seat.
Yeah, wish that's all I had to do, is sit out in the shade in a rocking chair this way.
Yeah, well, it ain't so bad. You ought to try it. Now, draw up that chair there, Dick.
Yeah, thank you, Lum. Well, what's new?
Oh, I don't know. It says here that Walt Wade got so excited over a fishing trip that he fell down the stairs and broke his arm.
What's new here at the hotel, Lum? What have you and Abner decided to do by now?
Oh, it's still the same as last night. My part of the hotel's all closed up. Abner's got the whole shebang.
Is he still just charging 25 cents a day for room and board?
Yeah. I can't fight such competition as that. I just had to close up.
Yeah.
I ain't making nothing, but I know I ain't losing nothing either. That's more than he says.
Why, yeah, he's bound to be losing money at that price.
Yeah, it'll take him just about a week to lose what little money he's got. Then he'll be ready to listen to reason. I'm just sort of hanging around waiting, like a hawk. When he goes broke, I'll take over the whole thing and run it like it ought to be run.
Well, now, wait a minute, Lum. I don't think we ought to sit back and see Abner lose what little money he's got saved up. He's worked too hard for it.
Let him go. Let him go. If he thinks he knows so much, let him find out for himself. It'll be a good lesson for him.
Well, more than likely, Lum, he just hadn't stopped to realize he's losing money. He thinks because he's doing a lot of business that he's making a profit.
Well, I admit he ain't got a over amount of brains in that head of his, but that ain't why he's doing this. He's just anxious to get my customers away from me and keep me from making any money that he got himself into this jam. He put the shoes on himself, now let him go ahead and wear them.
Well, I don't know now.
That's one of the new old Eddard sayings.
Well, I still think it'd be better for you to go in there and talk to him, Lum. Just talk the whole thing over with him and try to get this straightened out. You know, we've got an interest in this hotel ourselves, don't forget that.
Yeah, I know, but that wouldn't work. If I done that, Abner'd get the idea that he win the argument. I'd rather just wait a few days and have him crawling on his hands and knees to me, begging me to go back in partnerships with him.
Oh, Lum, you're acting worse than Abner. This whole thing is ridiculous. And the worst part of it is it started over nothing, too.
Over nothing?
Yes, over nothing.
You call locking a man up in jail nothing?
He was just trying to help you, Lum, you know.
That's a fine way to help a friend, I'll say that.
Lum, he explained that all to you. He overheard you making a deal with Professor Collingmore to join up with him. And rather than to see you get mixed up with a gang of jewel thieves, why, Abner locked you up in jail to keep you out of trouble, that's the whole...
Well, now, there's a lot I can't tell you, Dick. I'm swore to secrecies.
Secrecy?
But I will say that Abner never made a bigger mistake in his whole life. In the first place, if I was running the chance of getting in trouble, it was my own business. And in the second place, he might not ruin my reputation. Right, he's a locking the justice of the peace and president of the school board up in jail just like a criminal.
Yeah, well, now, just a minute. I'm not going to get into this argument myself, Lum. Just leave me out of it. But I do think we ought to help Abner some way. What if I went in there and talked to him and got him to apologize to you? Would you be willing to forget everything, Ann?
Well, to tell you the truth, Dick, I'm sort of working this thing out my own way. I've been working on a scheme this morning that'll fix him. Before I get done with him, he'll be willing to pay me to take over the hotel.
What are you going to do, Lum?
Never mind. He'll find out that Eddard's never quits fighting. Never.
Yeah, well, I can see that all right. But I just hate to see Abner losing money. And another thing, Lum, he's running up a big grocery bill down there at my store, the amount of stuff he's buying down there.
Well, bound to be.
Outrageous.
Bound to be the way he's feeding the guests there in the dining room. I never seen such meals in my life. I bet I ate $1 worth of grub in there for my dinner myself.
You mean you're eating in there, too?
Why, sure I am. I wouldn't miss out on a bargain like that for nothing. If it wasn't for just losing the argument, I'd love to see him make a success out of it, just so as I could eat there all the time.
Well, you know, if he keeps that up, Lum, he's going to start getting more customers, though, at that price. And the more customers he gets, well, the more money he'll lose.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Where is he now? Inside there?
Yeah, I seen him in there a while ago behind the desk with his thumbs hung in behind his galluses like he owned the world.
I believe I'll go in there and have a little talk with him, Lum.
Yeah, you better have him pay that grocery bill up as he goes along. You're liable to be running that dining room in there and not know it.
Well, I'm not so much worried about that. I'll see you again before I leave.
What'd you say, Mr. Abner?
Them fellers in 103 want... Oh, well, howdy, Dick. Be with you in just a minute. Them fellers in 103 want some shaved ice, Cedric.
Shaved ice?
That's what they said.
How do you shave ice?
I don't know, Cedric. I don't know nothing about such as that. Shave it like you would anything else, I reckon. Just...
Well, there ain't no barber, special no ice barber.
Well, you've been trying to shave yourself for a long time, Cedric. I've seen your face flashed up where you've been using your paw straight edge. Just put some lather on the ice and take a razor and shave it. You know as much about this as I do. You're the bellhop. Figure it out the best you can.
All right. We're giving some of the doggone service here now. I've never seen it by one.
Well, Dick, how are you?
Oh, pretty good, I guess, Abner. How's business?
Oh, it's just wonderful. Just plumb wonderful. See, I've got it all now. Old Long's even had to close up his part of the hotel.
Yeah, I know that, but are you making any money, Abner?
Well, to be honest, Dick, I'll tell you now, just between me and you, of course, I wouldn't want this to go too far.
Hey, Mr. Abner, would you use a straight edge or a safety razor on that?
I told you, Cedric, I don't know and I don't care. Use any kind of a razor you can find.
One of them electric razors would be nice if I had one.
All right, use one of them then. I don't care.
Well, we ain't got none.
Oh. Well, just do the best you can and don't bother me, but get it shaved, Cedric.
Yes, Mom.
Son, that boy. Oh, it's trouble that the man has run the hotel. Let's see now, where was we at now, Dick?
I was just saying, Abner, that you can't make any money at the rates you're charging here. 25 cents a day for room and board. Well, you're going to lose everything you've got.
Yeah, that's what you think. I know what I'm doing.
Well, Abner, undoubtedly you've got more sense to think you can make a profit at those prices.
Well, I am making a profit. I can give 'em their room and board and still make money.
Why, you couldn't be, Abner.
Well, I may as well tell you, Dick. Nobody listening.
No.
Don't read it to so.
Oh, sure. What is it?
Well, you know this detective, Mr. Wilson, that's staying here?
Yeah.
When he found out that me and Lum had divided up the hotel, he come to me and asked me to get this gang of jewel thieves to stand in my part of the hotel. Certain ones in certain rooms that he picked out.
What's his reason for that?
Well, he had some of them, phoned or, what do you call them things where you sit in another room and hear what all the folks in that room says?
Oh, dictaphone.
Yeah, dictaphone. That's it. He had them hid around behind pictures and under tables and everywhere. Then he run wires to his room, and he can sit there and hear everything they say.
Oh, I see. By George, he's a pretty slick one, ain't he?
Oh, yeah, he's smart. He's a brainy man. And he's giving me $5 a day for every one of that gang I can get to stay in them rooms that he's got them dictaphones in.
$5 a day? Well, I see how you can afford to charge a quarter and still make money.
Oh, yeah, sure. Of course, now, I am losing money on them 2 women from Louisiana and a couple others, but I'm making enough off the rest of them to make up for
Hey,
it.
Mr. Abner.
Oh, what is it now, Cedric?
I can't get that ice shaved. Every time I slap the hot towels on it, it melts down before ever I can get the lather on it even.
Dogged, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, better call them and tell them that we ain't got none.
Well, wait a minute, Cedric. I think they just want the ice chopped up fine. I think that's what they mean.
Oh, yeah, well, try that then, Cedric.
This one, chop it up and get the electric cable.
Shaved ice. What will they think of me? Well, anyway, Dick, what I like best about this whole deal is, see, I'm putting one over on old Lum. I know good and well he's just sitting out there waiting for me to go broke. And Doggy, wait a minute. What's all the commotion outside there?
I don't know. Big crowd gathering out in front of the hotel.
Oh, must have been an accident or something. There's Ezra C. Strong and his woman, Caleb Wee Hunt. Oh, well, Lum, he looks like half the town's out there.
Yeah, wait a minute. Here comes Lum. Maybe he knows something.
Yeah, what's all the excitement about, Lum?
Oh, nothing much. Abner, come on out and greet your new guest. I've been doing a little advertising for you, and on the strength of that 25 cents a day rate you made here at the hotel, I talked 17 big families into moving in and staying with you.
Yeah, well, now, wait a minute. I can't afford no such as that, Lum.
It was your own deal, 25 cents a day. Come on in, folks.
Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner and Cedric in the lobby of the hotel. Listen.
Well, Mr. Abner, you can't tell me to clean out no rooms upstairs.
Who can't? I just now told you.
Well, that's Mr. Lum's part of the hotel.
No more it ain't, Cedric. Me and Lum has joined up together again.
Oh, you mean you went back into partnerships in the hotel?
Yeah. Fact is all I could do. Old Lum bring them 17 families up here yesterday and got them to move into my part of the hotel. With that 25 cents a day rate I was charging, why, they would have bankrupted me in no time at all. Lum stone broke.
Well, I thought the more business you got, the more money you made.
No, not at them rates, Cedric.
Oh.
And that Lum knowed that, too. I had to raise the rates back up again to get them families to move out of here. And, of course, that give Lum a chance to open up his half the hotel again and go back into competitions with me.
Well, I thought you said you went back into partnerships.
Yeah, well, that was later on. First thing he done was make his rates lower than the ones I had to raise mine up to. Then I was in danger of losing all of my guests. And then, well, I don't know. Both of us got some mixed up, but All we could do was just go back into partnerships and charge everybody the same rates.
Well, I guess I better go in partnerships with you, too, because I'm mixed up, I know that.
Well, Cedric, you ain't mixed up in the hotel business, so we don't want no more partners in here. Me and Lum have enough trouble agreeing without getting three to agree.
Yes, Ma.
Lum don't know it, but I've still got the best of the deal, Cedric.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Wilson, he's paying me $5 a day for every one of them crooks that I'm keeping in them rooms that he fixed up with them dictaphones. And, no, I reckon I ought not to have told you that.
Oh, what was that, Mr. Abner?
No, nothing, Cedric. Just forget it.
Well, might forget to forget it. Well, what'd you say about dictaphones?
Cedric, I told you to get upstairs and clean up them rooms. Now, hurry up, Scat.
Oh, why did Mr. Wilson...
Cedric, just a minute. Here comes Dick Huddleston. Now, get on upstairs and leave us alone. I got something I want to talk to personal with Dick.
Yes, Mom.
All right, man. Well, howdy, Dick. Proud to see you. I was hoping you'd drop over to the hotel.
Well, I can't stay long, Abner. Just wanted to see how you're getting along now that you and Lum have patched things up.
Well, the hotel's running fine, I reckon. But you know, I'm just worried plumb to death about Lum.
Lum?
Yeah, I just know he's going to get himself into some trouble. I've got a feeling that gang of jewel thieves is talking him into doing something that he'll have his regrets over.
Well, Abner, that's what we've thought all along, but nothing's happened yet.
Yeah, but I think they're up to something now. Last night, Lum and Professor Collingmore locked themselves up in the office here, and I know the professor was trying to talk Lum into something that he don't want to do.
What makes you think that?
Hey, Mr. Abner.
Cedric, get out of here. This is personal business now.
I seen Jack Bailey across the street over there a minute ago.
Well, you just get on upstairs now, Cedric, and tend to them rooms, and don't be looking out the street at Jack Bailey or nobody else.
Well, I just told you. I thought maybe you'd want to hide.
Well, you can't be no queen for a day anyway if you met him personal, Cedric. Go on, get out of here now. On that boy. Where was we at, Dick?
Well, I say, what makes you think that they're trying to talk Lum into something he don't want to do?
Well, I heard Lum raise his voice a time or two and say that there weren't no use arguing with him, for he weren't going to do it.
Well, if he refused, why, you ain't got nothing to worry about then, Abner.
Yeah, but directly the professor stomped out of here.
Hey, Mr. Abner.
What is it now, Cedric?
There's Corny Struby over across the street. You want to hide?
Cedric, go upstairs, get in the room, pull the shades down, and then clean it up. Don't be looking out them windows. Get out of here now. Anyway, why, the professor directly, he stomped out of the office. Looked like he's mad enough to bite. And in a few minutes, is that boy sticking his head around. Cedric, get back upstairs. Don't be sticking your head around there. Oh, he's got ears as big as an elephant. But, and he's gone now. I don't want him to hear nothing.
Oh, no, you can't tell Cedric. He'll spread it all over town.
Yeah, I know it. Well, anyway, in a few minutes, I seen Lum talking to Trixie. And I know she talked him into whatever it was, for Lum thinks the world all of her.
Well, I'm satisfied, Abner, that Lum's working for the professor all right, but I believe he's got too much sense to do anything that'll get him into any trouble.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, where's Lum now?
I don't know where he at. He left out of here, Mr. Wilson, that detective a while ago, but they never said where they was going.
Well, that's funny. Seeing with the crooks one minute, with the detective the next.
Yeah, I hope Mr. Wilson don't arrest him.
Well, maybe he was just trying to question Lum and see what he could find out about him.
Wait a minute. I believe that's him coming up out there now.
The detective?
No, Lum. Yeah, that's him.
Well, wonder what became of Mr. Wilson. I sort of wanted to see him and ask him what he's found out about those crooks. Seems to me that it's time he's taking action if he's ever going to.
Oh, he won't talk. He's sort of close mouth. Mind out there comes Lum. See if you can't talk some sense into his head, Dick.
Well, I don't think it's much use to try to talk to him.
Well, howdy, Lum. Well, howdy, Dick. I never knowed you was here.
Where's Mr. Wilson?
Oh, I don't know where he went. We got separated. He was talking something about leaving.
Leaving?
Yeah, I don't think he likes Pine Ridge very well.
You mean he's aiming on leaving town?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me none if we never seen him again.
Well, he never checked out or nothing. I know he still owes me $5 a day for them, nothing.
Still owes you for what?
Oh, for room rent, I guess you'd call it. Doggy, I don't believe he's actually left, though. He couldn't have. I'm going back up to his room and see if his hand satchel and stuff's still in there.
Well, it's all there. I know it is.
How do you know it is?
Well, it's bound to be. He never had it with him when he left.
Well, he might have sneaked it out during the night and hid it somewhere. Doggy, I'm going up there and find it.
Go ahead. I know you won't find it there, though. You oughtn't to be going through a guest room that way. Thanks.
Hey, Lum, what makes you think that Wilson's going to leave?
Oh, I don't know, Dick. I've got a feeling that he won't be here long.
You've got a feeling. Abner says he's got a feeling something's going to happen, too.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah, he's worried about you again.
Worried about me?
Yeah, afraid you'll get into some kind of trouble. He heard you talking to Professor Collingmore last night.
He did. He never heard what we was talking about, did he?
Well, I don't think so. He said he thought Professor Collingmore was trying to get you to do something that you didn't want to do. And he said he saw Trixie talking to you, too.
Oh, well, no, you fellas needn't worry about me, Dick. I know what I'm doing.
Well, that's what I told him, but, Lum, you do want to be awful careful now. Don't you let them talk you into doing anything that's wrong.
Well, Dick, if a fellow was forced to do something wrong, could they send him to the penitentiary first?
What do you mean, Lum?
Well, if they catched a fellow doing something against the law and arrested him for it, but he could prove to the jury that he was forced into it, they couldn't convict him then, could they?
Well, that all depends on the case. You can't tell about what a jury will do till they bring in a verdict.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if a fellow takes pay for doing something, not knowing what it is he's going to be called on to do, and then they want him to do something that he knows is wrong, and he don't want to do it, but he has to because he's already took the money for it, well, what then?
I don't know, Lum. You've got me all mixed up now. Why? What do you want to know about that for?
Oh, nothing. I just got to wondering about it. I don't believe it's as bad that way, though, as it is when it's premeditated crime.
You must be wrong about him leaving, Lum. All his stuff's still up there in his room. Ain't been packed up or nothing.
I'm pretty sure he won't be back, though, Abner.
Well, you know he'd have took his belongings with him, Lum.
Well, maybe he didn't know he was going to leave when he left the hotel here.
What's that, Lum?
Oh, nothing. I mean, maybe he aimed to leave his stuff. Or he might have been in too big a rush.
Yeah, if he don't show up, I believe them clothes of his will just about fit me. If I cut them down a little, that'll help make up for that money he owes me.
Well, now, don't go taking nothing that don't belong to you, Abner. Did you lock up your store to come over here, Dick?
Well, no. The wife's looking after the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh. Don't reckon she's wanting to get off to start supper or anything like that, do you?
Well, I don't know hardly. Why, Lum?
Oh, I just happen to think she might be sort of uneasy about you, sort of.
Here, you're not trying to rush me off, are you?
Oh, no. I don't want you to think that at all. No, I never meant that.
Well, I've got to be going anyway, Lum.
I was just thinking if you can't stay now, maybe you could come back some other time when you ain't so pushed for time.
Yeah, well, I told her I wouldn't be gone long.
Abner, have you got the groceries for the dining room for supper?
No, I ain't yet.
I was just thinking it might be a good idea for you to go along with Dick. It's getting pretty late, you know.
Yeah, sure. If you're going now, Dick, I'll just go along with you.
Well, sure. I've got my car right outside here. Save you a walk. Well, I'll see you later, Lum.
Yeah, come back, Dick.
If Elizabeth calls, tell her I'll be back directly.
Hello? Professor Collingmore? Well, I done it. Yeah. No, there wasn't a soul saw me. Well, he was pretty hard to handle. He's stouter than he looks like he was. But I can tell you this, you don't have to worry about Mr. Wilson no more.
Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum alone at the desk of the Mountain View Inn, talking on the telephone. Listen.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, Professor. Now that Mr. Wilson's out of the way, what's our next step? Well, I don't know whether any of them's left the hotel or not. I was down to our store most of the morning. Abner was on the desk here. Yeah, who do you mean? The midget? Yes, she would be the best one to send. Nobody'd suspicion her. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open and report anything I find out to you. Yeah, see, there's another thing, Professor. You're sure now you'll stand by me if I get into any trouble for what I've done to Mr. Wilson? Well, I don't want to get in no trouble. Oh, well, I ain't worried about the money you promised me. Ain't no hurry about that.
I want to talk to you. Oh, excuse me.
Goodness, I never seen you come in, Abner. Well, I gotta hang up now. I'll talk to you later. So long.
Who was you talking to, Lum?
Oh, one of the guests of the hotel.
Professor Collinsmore?
Might have been. I can't recollect right now myself. Just want to know if there's any mail or something. I forget now.
Oh, 'cause you ain't a very good hotel man if you can't recollect what they call down for even.
Well, he said it weren't important. I'll take care of it.
Oh. Well, Lum, I want to talk to you about Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I think there's something peculiar about the way he left out of here and never taken none of his belongings with him.
Well, maybe he's coming back. Maybe he just never wanted to bother to take nothing with him.
Well, if that's all he was doing, why, he would have told me. I know he would, Lum. Oh, see, him and me are sort of working together on this jewel case.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yeah. So I know he would have told me if he was leaving for good. Don't forget, I'm a deputy marshal. All us members of the law works together, you know. So you just better tell me all you know about Mr. Wilson. Where was he when you last seen him? What did he say?
Well,
what?
Just a minute here now. Something I want to ask you.
Don't change the subject.
Well, just tell me this. Did any of that gang leave here this morning?
Gang? The jewel thieves, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, you ought to know. You're in with them.
I ain't no such a
You
thing.
heard
I ain't
that.
no such a thing. If you're incinerating that Trixie's a thief,
All right,
I'll tell you right
I
now.
ain't got time to argue about Trixie. Just tell me about Mr. Wilson.
Well, you ain't answered my question yet. Did anybody leave this morning?
Yeah, they did.
Who?
Well, I would have trailed them, too, if I hadn't had to stay here and watch the desk. And I couldn't find my deputy marshal's badge, neither.
Well, who was it?
Well, that woman that called herself Miss Smith, and her little girl. You know, the midget.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean, uh-huh? You know something about this, Lum?
Why, no, of course not.
What did you say, uh-huh, for?
Well, can't a man say uh-huh if he wants to? You have to get permission.
You ought to.
You have to have a license to go around saying uh-huh. Is there a law in any one of the statute books that says a grown man twixt the age of 10 and 9?
Lum, Eddard, it seems to me that you're acting awful peculiar.
Did Miss Smith say anything when they left? Did they check out?
No, they never checked out. They said they'd be back.
Uh-huh.
There you go with that uh-huh stuff
Well,
again.
what's wrong with that?
Well,
You
answer
just
one
watch
way
your
or
own
the other.
talking. I'll do mine.
All right. Uh-huh. That's a fine remark to me. All she said was that she was going to visit the little girl's grandma for a few days. But being a smart deputy like I am, I knowed she weren't telling the truth. 'Cause that ain't no little girl. That's a midget.
Well, can't midgets have grandmas?
Why, of course not. They, I reckon they can at that. Okay, this case gets more mysterious all the time. Wait just a minute here. Are you defending her, Lum? Doggies, now I know you're mixed up in it.
Abner, that's ridiculous.
All
I've told
right.
you 1,000 or 100 times I ain't got a thing to do with it.
You have done it. Just tell me what become of Mr. Wilson.
Well, how should I know? I ain't his brother or his grandma or nothing else.
You seen him last so long. You and him left out of this hotel here yesterday together. And you come back by yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Where's he at, then?
Abner, I told you all I know about it. Now, quit bothering me. I got some work to do.
Oh, now, wait a minute now, Lum. Don't go away now. No, 'cause this is more serious than you think it is. I've got a feeling that something has happened to Mr. Wilson.
Uh-huh. What do you think's happened to him?
Well, I don't know, to be honest. But just twixt me and you, Lum, it wouldn't surprise me none if we never see him again.
Oh, Abner, you're just letting your imagination run clean away with you.
You know what I think? I think he's been murdered.
Murdered?
That's what I think.
Now, where'd you get such an idea as that in your head?
Well, they might have catched on to what he is.
Who you talking about?
The jewel thieves. I bound you they found out he's a detective, and they decided to get shut of him before he caught him. That's what happened.
Oh, no. I know they never done nothing like that.
Well, that's more likely the reason that they stayed here so long, too, without doing nothing. They was scared to make a move with Mr. Wilson around here. Well, that's the whole thing. But now that they got him out of the way, why, doggies, I look for things to start popping around here any minute.
Start popping?
They'll pop my doggies up. Look at how shine my badge up. They can tell I'm a deputy marshal.
Well, if anything does happen, I'll keep myself from getting mixed up in it if I was you. It ain't none of your business, you know.
Ain't none of my business. My doggies, if it ain't, I don't know whose business it is. I'm the deputy town marshal. Me and Mr. Wilson.
All right. Just calm yourself down. Recollect what I said now. You better stay out of it.
No, you don't, Lum. No, you don't.
What?
You don't talk me out of it. I'm going to clean up that bunch if it's the last thing I ever do. Of course, natural. I can see why you're trying to get me to stay out of it. Smart a detective as I am. You're one of them. That's why you don't want me in it. Now, listen here, Lum Edwards. If I catch you making a violation of the law, I'll treat you just like I do the rest of them.
Well, now, just a minute.
I'll do it.
Don't forget you're talking to the Justice of the Peace. If you do anything to me, Abner Peabody, I'll bring you up in my court for false arrest.
Up in court?
Once I get you in there, I'll habeas corpus you all over the place. I'll slap a mandamus on you that'll knock you down. I'll corpus delecti you like you ain't never been delectied before in your life.
Now, just a minute now, Lum. I never meant nothing. Honest, I never.
All right, then. See that you don't do nothing either.
No, sir.
Well, I've got to go and do some work.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. Hello, desk. Mr. Peabody talking. Ice water. Oh, well, I don't know. I ain't so Cedric around here lately. I can't be climbing them stairs myself, I know that. Well, I think he went, wait a minute, wait just a minute, I see him coming. Yeah, I'll send him right up. Yes, sir. Hey, Cedric, come here.
Yes, Mom.
Where in the world have you been?
Well,
they want some ice water up in 106.
Yes, Mom, but first I got something I got to show you, Mr. Abner.
You can show me that later, Cedric.
I think this is important, though. Here, take a look at this.
I don't see nothing.
Well, doggone, where'd that thing go? I know I had it a while ago.
Well, you ain't got nothing in your hand now. Look in your pocket, Cedric.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. What's that? No, that ain't it. That's a note from Gomer to Clarabelle.
What's that in your shirt pocket there?
Oh, that's a little cigar stub.
You wouldn't have hid it in your shoe, would you, Cedric?
No.
Hey, come on, open look.
In there.
Ain't room enough.
No, I see. I know I had it. Where would I put a thing like that?
Well, not in your pocket.
Sakes.
Well, where could you put it, Cedric?
Well, I could have put it on my head, but I...
What?
It's a hat. That's where it is.
Huh? My dog is
I know that I had that thing somewhere.
Yeah, you got a hat on your head.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, I know it ain't yours, though, 'cause that thing don't fit you. Look there, it just covers the top of your head, Cedric. Look like you got on a little skull cap.
Well, look at it there.
Huh? What about it?
Well, don't you know whose it is? It's that Mr. Wilson's.
Huh?
That feller that's missing.
Oh, just let me see that, Cedric. Yes, sir, that is his hat. Sure as the world. Where did you find this, Cedric?
Well, me and Gomer was over back at Mr. Lum's place getting ready to dig some worms to go fishing with. We was going down there on Cates's Creek, you know, down there below Pin Oak Flat.
Yeah, I don't care about
That's an awful good place to dig worms down there.
Cedric,
so we was digging away there, and he was chopping, and I was using the shovel. And
Cedric, I don't care about what you and Gomer was doing. Where did you find this hat? That's what I want.
Well, that's where.
Back at Lum's place?
Yes, Mom, right there.
Oh, my goodness alive.
Right there by the smokehouse.
Oh, me. So this is worse than I ever figured it was. Oh, I never thought Lum would go for that.
Mom?
It weren't his fault, Cedric. They talked him into it. That's what they done. That Trixie and that professor, they're the ones. Bribed him with money, too. I overheard him talking on the phone about some money that they promised him.
What are you talking about, Mr. Evans?
Oh, my goodness alive. Doggy Cedric, I wish I weren't an officer for the law. If what our suspicion is right, Cedric, I've got the hardest job ahead of me I ever tackled in my whole life.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in the lobby of Mountain View Inn talking to Dick Huddleston. Listen.
Well, Lum, don't you agree that it's rather strange the way Mr. Wilson disappeared?
Oh, I don't know, Dick. The man's got a right to go somewhere without telling everybody, looks like to me. I don't see why everybody's so dead blame worried about him. He weren't no particular friend of nobody's around here.
Well, no, but the fact that he was a detective, Lum, trailing those jewel thieves, or whatever they are, makes it seem pretty important, I'd say.
Well, if he's a detective, why didn't he did something? I don't see what you want to make a fuss over him for. You're just making a mole out of a mountain. Fact is, wait a minute. Look over there, Dick. Or behind them portiers there.
Well, oh, wait a minute. There's something behind there, Lum.
Well, don't get excited. It's just Abner.
Abner?
Yeah, that little varmint's been following me around for 2 or 3 days.
Oh.
I don't know what's got into him. Driving me stark raving mad and crazy.
Well, I guess he's just plain detective, Lum. I know he's got an idea that you know more about Mr. Wilson's disappearance than you're telling.
Oh, I don't know whatever gave him an idea like that. Abner, come out of there. Come on, get out from behind them portiers. I see you. And get them silly-looking false whiskers off your face.
Well, how do you do, sir? I am Mr. Jensen from Hot Springs, and I would like to get a room here.
You ain't fooling nobody. Get them whiskers off, and if you don't stop following me around, I'm going to whop you right on top of the head.
I ain't following you around. I was just, I was just trying to play a little joke on you, I think.
Well, the joke's over.
Oh.
Here, you take over the desk for a while. I got to run up and see Professor Collingmore. I'll see you later, Dick.
Yeah, all right, Lum.
Oh, by the way, Abner, you ain't heard nothing about when Miss Smith and that midget are coming back, have you?
I don't know nothing about them. Just said they was going to be gone for a few days. That's all I know.
Well, let me know if you find out anything.
All right.
Great little detective you are, Abner. Thought he could see you a mile off.
Oh, well, I never thought he'd know me in these black whiskers.
Well, it might have helped some if you'd put 'em on right. Looks to me like you've got 'em on upside down. Abner, what are you wasting your time doing a silly thing like shadowing Lum for?
Well, I've got my reasons, Dick. I hate to tell you this, Lum being my best friend and all, but that feller is a murderer, Dick.
A murderer?
Oh, Abner. Well, now, just let me tell you. Cedric Weehunt found Mr. Wilson's hat over there in back of Lum's place the other day.
He did?
Yes, sir, sir.
Well, that still don't prove that Lum murdered him, though.
Well, no, maybe not exactly, but you know how cuter that Lum's been acting lately. He don't want to talk about Mr. Wilson at all. I know, natural, he wouldn't have did this of his own violations, but that varmint Professor Collingmore paid him to do it. That's what happened.
Oh, that's silly, Abner. Lum wouldn't do a thing like that for any amount of money. You know it.
Well, no, maybe not ordinary. But see, that Trixie Van Dusen is in with the professor, and she can talk Lum into anything. Just twist him right around her little thumbs. You know how Lum is when he's in love.
Well, Abner, do you realize what you're accusing Lum of here?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's terrible. And I keep hoping it ain't true, but I just don't know what else to think. The reason I've been following Lum is to try to get a lot more evidence before I do anything about it, you know.
Well, Abner, I think...
Mr. Abner, I found him.
Cedric, don't run in here like that. You scare a man half to death. What'd you say now?
I found him.
Oh, the body, you mean?
I mean Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, I know. Where'd you find it, Cedric?
Inside Mr. Lum's house.
Oh, my goodness. I knowed it.
The curtains was pulled down, but there was a little crack that I could look through, and there he was, sitting up eating a banana.
Oh, that's...
The funniest thing, he was shucking it and eating the cob.
Eating a banana?
Yes, Mom.
Oh, my goodness, he's a ghost already. I bound you he's hanging around there to haunt poor old Lum.
Well, I don't believe he can do much haunting the way Mr. Lum's got him tied up there.
By George,
He got him hog-tied.
looks to me like Lum's got himself mixed up in this thing, all right. This could be serious, too.
I know as I'll say it could. Dick, would you watch the desk for me? I've got to get over to Lum's place and do a little investigating.
All right, Abner, here I am. What is it you got to say to me that's so all for the importance?
Lum Eddard, I'm going to arrest you.
Well, hurry up. Do what?
Arrest you. That's what I'm going to do. Stick your hands up, bub.
What
Reach
for?
for the sky.
Wait a minute. You blowed your cap?
You know good and well what I'm arresting you for. Doggies, I was just down to your place and I found Mr. Wilson locked up down there.
Huh?
Don't try to deny it, for I seen him myself. Talk to him even.
Well, you can't arrest me.
Yes, I can. Stick him up. Stick him up.
Well, you don't know that I was the one who locked him up in there.
He said it was you.
That's just circumstances evidence. Who are you going to believe, him or me? You've known me a heap longer than you have Wilson.
Yes, sir, and that's just the reason I sort of believe him.
There's a friend for you. There is a friend.
Well, natural, you ain't going to admit that you kidnapped somebody.
Why, of course not. I mean, that ain't kidnapping. Just keeping a feller locked up that way.
Well, I'd like to know what you call it if it ain't.
Kidnapping's where you take somebody off and hold them for ransom.
Hold him for who?
For ransom. Here you are trying to arrest somebody for something you don't know what it is yourself.
Well, now, Lum, I'll tell you this. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's bound to be against the law, I know, to take a feller and lock him up that way. I've read in the papers about folks getting in serious trouble. I've heard such as that. You're my best friend, Lum, and I hate to do this, but my duty makes me do it. I'll just have to arrest you. So,
For what? For what? Wait a minute. You got to tell me what you're arresting me for.
Why, I'm going to arrest. Get your hands up.
All right, I've got him up. And put that gun down, Abner.
I ain't going to put it down
Eat
either.
that thing in a minute.
Well, you ain't going to do no such a thing. I'll slap the handcuffs on you here, bud, in just a minute.
Wait a minute. What are you arresting me for?
Well, you won't let me use kidnapping, huh?
No, sir.
Oh.
Case like this come up in my court, I'd throw it right out. You
Well,
think of a better reason than that.
Well, let's see. Get your hands up first.
All
Stick 'em
right,
up.
they're up.
Couldn't call it stealing, could you?
No, I don't believe you could.
Well, let's see. Mom, you know the law a heap better than I do. Can't you think of some charge I can bring again you?
I wouldn't tell you if I could.
Well, a fine friend you are.
That's your business, studying up what you're arresting somebody. All right.
Get them hands up for her. Doggies, Lum, won't you even give me just a little hint? Wait a minute, I know. Harboring criminals. That's what I'm going to arrest you for. How about
Criminal?
that? Yes,
I thought you said he was a detective.
Oh, Doggies, that's right. Wish he was a crook, and I'd sure have you. I know that.
Looks to me like it'd be a lot easier for me to arrest you for breaking into my house. Trespassing, damaging private property.
Uh-oh.
And on top of that, you want to prefer false charges against me. There's enough right there that might not hang you.
Well, I never knowed I was violating the law, Lum.
Ignorance of the law ain't no excuse, and you know that. Just offhand, I'd say it looks pretty bad for you, Abner.
Does, huh? You want the gun?
Yeah. Just lay them there on the table.
There's my hands right up.
No, you don't have to put up your hands, but what you need's a good lawyer.
Yeah, I reckon so. Lum, would you take the case for me?
Well, I don't know. My fee's pretty high, but I'll study. Look there, Abner. There goes Miss Smith and that midget up to their room. Must have just got back. Yeah, I better go up and see Professor Collingmore.
But you won't find him up in his room, or him and Trixie headed for town about an hour ago.
Well, I've got to find him wherever he's at.
Well, wait a minute. There comes Mr. Wilson, and from the way he talks, I think he wants to see you, Lum.
What, you mean you let him out?
Why, natural?
Oh, my goodness, he's one feller I don't want to see. I'm going to slip out the back way. I'll see you later.
Well, wait a minute, Lum. How about taking my case? We never got that settled. That blame it, he went off there and never
Howdy,
did.
everybody.
Howdy, Mr. Wilson.
Was that Edwards that just ran out the back way?
Yes, sir, that was him. I told him that you wanted to see him, but he was in a hurry. He got all excited when he seen Miss Smith and that midget coming back from a trip.
What's that?
Huh?
You say Mrs. Smith and the midget just got back from a little trip?
Yeah, they said they was going to visit the little girl's grandma, but I...
Aha. This is what we've been waiting for.
It is.
It sure is. The purpose of that little trip was to pick up the stolen jewels from a Confederate and bring them back here for the divvy.
Well, I'll be dead bling. A Confederate soldier?
Listen, Peabody. We've got to work fast if we want to round up that gang. You get on the phone there and call those two down here to the office. I don't care what reason you use, just get them down here. And while they're out of the room, I'll make a thorough search. Hurry up, call them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sure. Right now.
I tell you, Peabody, if we can get our hands on those jewels, there'll be a nice reward in this for you.
Well, I can sure use the money. I've got to hire me a good lawyer somewhere.
At last we're closing in. The long arm of the law swings into action.